Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel, U.S. Immigration News. We hope you're doing great. In this video, we're going to talk about green card holders may face deportation for this offense under GOP proposal. A new GOP-backed bill could make green card holders deportable for certain offenses, even if they have no other criminal history. The video focuses on driving under the influence as a trigger for removal from the U.S. If you are interested in this topic, please pay attention and watch the video through to the end to get all the information. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for an upcoming video. The Protect Communities from DUIs Act, currently under consideration in Congress, seeks to amend the Immigration and Nationality Act by designating non-citizens convicted of or admitting to driving under the influence or impaired driving offenses as both inadmissible and deportable. The proposed measure would apply to all non-citizens, including lawful permanent residents or green card holders. If enacted, it could dramatically shift the landscape of U.S. immigration enforcement by introducing stricter consequences for DUI-related conduct. Newsweek reached out to both the White House and the Department of Homeland Security for comment on proposed legislation, though no official statement had been provided at the time of reporting why this bill could reshape immigration enforcement. The bill, which passed the House of Representatives with overwhelming support in June, would mark a significant change in immigration deportability standards. Under current law, a single DUI conviction typically does not trigger automatic deportation. The new measure, however, would make a single DUI offense or even an admission of such conduct a basis for both inadmissibility and deportation, regardless of whether the offense is treated as a misdemeanor or felony under state, local, tribal, or federal law. Advocates warn that such a change could impact large populations of lawful permanent residents, international students, and other visa holders who may have DUI records. This has raised concerns about fairness, proportionality, and the scope of immigration enforcement, particularly for nonviolent individuals who otherwise comply with U.S. laws. Balancing safety and enforcement priorities. President Donald Trump has historically prioritized the removal of violent offenders and the so-called worst of the worst from U.S. territory. Critics argue that extending deportation consequences to nonviolent offenses like DUI could strain legal resources, detention facilities, and raise humanitarian concerns, especially when the individuals involved have no other criminal history. Data from the Office of Management and Budget indicate that arrests of non-citizens for DUI-related offenses are increasing, even when no U.S. criminal charges or convictions follow. Legislative details and sponsorship. The original bill, H.R. 6976, was introduced in January by Representative Barrymore, a Republican from Alabama. After passing the House in June, it was referred to the Senate, where Senator Bill Hagerty, Republican Tennessee, introduced a companion bill aimed at preventing illegal immigrants who commit DUIs from entering the U.S. and ensuring automatic deportation for those who commit DUIs while already in the country. Hagerty's Senate measure is co-sponsored by a bipartisan group of Republicans, including Senators Marsha Blackburn, Katie Britt, Ted Budd, Shelley Moore Capito, Tom Cotton, Kevin Kramer, Deb Fischer, James Lankford, Mike Lee, Tom Tillis, and Marco Rubio, who currently serves as Secretary of State. H.R. 6976 focuses on two primary changes: expanding inadmissibility to any alien convicted of or admitting to acts constituting DUI or impaired driving, expanding deportability to cover any alien convicted of DUI-related offenses, irrespective of how the offense is classified locally. Between 2018 and 2023, U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement arrested more than 43,000 non-citizens on DUI charges, highlighting the potential scope of enforcement if the bill becomes law. Supporters emphasize public safety. Advocates of the bill argue that DUI offenses represent a serious risk to American communities. Former Republican Senate candidate Peter Lumage told Newsweek, "Dangerous behavior by illegal immigrants could put Americans at risk of death or serious bodily injury and should therefore affect the allocation of immigration enforcement resources. DUI is not an offense to be taken lightly, and it should be a basis for barring someone from becoming a citizen." Lumage also stressed the public sentiment. Many Americans are frustrated with non-citizens committing harmful acts, and he believes the legislation will enhance, rather than complicate, public safety measures. Lawmakers stress accountability. Senator Bill Hagerty echoed these sentiments in February 2024, stating, "Our nation is seeing a surge in violent crimes committed by illegal immigrants, and they are not being held accountable. It is unconscionable that illegal immigrants who break our laws and endanger our communities are allowed to remain in the U.S. I am pleased to introduce this common-sense legislation that strengthens our ability to hold illegal immigrants accountable and protect our citizens." The legislation represents a significant policy debate over how the U.S. balances public safety with fairness in immigration enforcement, and whether a single DUI offense should be treated as a ground for deportation for individuals who have otherwise complied with the law. The video highlights growing debates over immigration enforcement and public safety, raising questions about how far the government should go in penalizing non-citizens for nonviolent offenses. That is all for today in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later in the next video. Till then, take care.
Green card holders may face deportation of this offense under GOP proposal. The Protect Communities from DUI Act seeks to amend U.S. immigration law to make non-citizens convicted of or admitting to DUI offenses both inadmissible and deportable, including lawful permanent residents. Passed by the House in June, the bill would apply regardless of whether the offense is classified as a misdemeanor or a felony under local, state, tribal, or federal law. Introduced by Representatives Barry Moore, RAL, a Senate companion by Senator Bill Hagerty, RTN, aims to prevent DUI offenders from entering the U.S. and ensure automatic deportation for illegal immigrants who commit DUI domestically. The bill is co-sponsored by multiple Republican senators, including Marco Rubio and Ted Kord. Supporters argue the measure protect public safety, citing ICE data showing over 43,000 DUI arrests on non-citizens 2018 to 2023, while critics raise concern about fairness for non-violent immigrants with otherwise clean records.